Good morning. Welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot and Astrology. I'm using Jamie Sawyer's Rider-Waite Smith deck again. And this is your reading for December 9th, Friday, December 9th. The moon has finally made it through, all the way through Gemini, and it's now early in the morning. It's just moved into Cancer. But it is opposing Mercury that is newly moving, or will be moving, into Capricorn by late this evening, by about 8 this evening. So it's in its later degrees of, Sag. And Venus is in Sag at that last degree as well. So the moon opposing, let's forget about the signs and just think of the opposition between the moon. So what we want to connect with, what our feelings are about, what we're thinking about, how we're responding, our intuition. And with the Six of Swords reversed, we might be feeling a little trapped. We might be feeling like we need some calm and peace in our lives. Maybe it was a really rough work week, right? I mean, that's so possible. Between that opposition with Mercury and Venus, it can leave us feeling a little frazzled, because it's a lot of information we've been taking in. There's been a lot of relationships we've been working with, and we have the Five of Cups, but it's straight up. Well, I'd rather have it reversed, but it came through straight up. So my take on this card is always to grieve and let go. Go through the feelings, whatever the feelings are. Don't shut them off and go, oh, I have to be positive. Forget about that. Honor your real feelings and be with them. Don't run away from them, because you can't have a transition to the new reality that you really want until you honor those feelings. But once you do, and you feel all your feelings, then you can turn around and go, oh, yeah, I still have this. I might have lost that, but I still have this. Or I might have lost them, but I have me, and I have all of me. And then I'm going to go across this bridge over here I'm going to go home or to a new life, whatever it is. But we're always coming home to ourselves when we honor our feelings, but not when we stuff them down, and not when we're afraid to feel them. And we become a spiritual warrior by feeling our feelings. And with the Queen of Cups reversed, exactly. So everything I've been saying, it has to do, and this moon in Cancer, right? And she's a water sign. The Queen of Cups is all about, she's honors all that's sacred. That's why the vessel is closed, and that's why it's so big. It's not just a cup, it's a vessel. She's looking at it intently. I love it, and the little kid under here. So, yeah, we're talking about Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces with this sign. But because she came through reversed, this makes me wonder if, again, there's that suppression of feelings, because when the Six of Swords comes through reversed, sometimes, now not always, but sometimes we can be just going through a slow period of healing. And maybe there's no getting away from the grief. I mean, I don't think there ever is. I think it's a process, and we just have to go through it. And we don't want to manipulate our emotional bodies by not feeling the feelings, right? Because if we don't go through them, then we wind up, when we have the Queen of Cups in reverse, we wind up being very emotionally immature and insecure and overly sensitive, like hypersensitive to the wrong things, because our pure feelings just aren't flowing through. We're stuck in the past, right? And we're feeling kind of needy. Now, if this is a person in your life, this could be somebody who's too needy, too demanding. They're trying to get something from you, but they're not doing their grief work. And you're trying to get away, and you're feeling trapped by them. Or maybe you're doing your grief work because you can't get away from someone in your life that's like this because they're a dear family member and you're just helping them through a very, very challenging, tough time. And if that's the case, my heart goes out to you, and just know that once we go through the grief and help them get through the grief, I encourage, feeling all the feelings. Then we have emotional intelligence going on inside of our bodies, and we get to transition into a brand new reality. And then at that point, we've healed something very deep within. And this one goes reversed, which brings through moving on and forgiving and having a peaceful, healing experience where now you have more faith and hope in yourself, or more hope and faith. The faith is earned by hanging on to the hope. So, okay, well, you guys let me know how it goes for you. Okay, and then for the karmic reading, oops, my cards are falling over there. Karmic, I don't know whether to just read it. Well, it can be the same thing. I think I'll use the Kipper. I think I'll use Ciro Marchetti's Kipper. And I want to look at Paul Gosar. He was one of those that a lot of people have said politically. I think it was even on NPR was the last place I read on it, or read about a list of people who they think were really involved in the planning of January 6th insurrection. And Paul Gosar's name was in there, so I'm going through that list. Okay, so Paul Gosar's future. Paul Gosar. 1, 2. Of course, I'll see what's on the bottom. Oh, yeah. He's having a hard time. He's depressed. He's like, oh, what have I done? Who have I gotten in bed with? He definitely, I'll just leave it there. He definitely had, I would say, plans to help people get there. He definitely worked on it. And this sometimes it's money. Sometimes it's just visitors. Like a visitor that comes in. I feel like he was one that offered to help with travel plans. That's so interesting. So his karma and his future have to do with the fact that he's really, really regretting, and he's worried that it's going to come through for him. That all that's exposed about him. I think he's worried about the emails that are out there that proves that he was in bed with, in alignment with, working for, trying to create a successful change, at the Capitol, and that he really worked on it. So that's his karma. At the bottom of the deck, I don't know about his wife at all, but this would definitely be about his wife. This would also be something small, something new, I would say new ambition coming in for him about his reputation and who he will bond with in the future. So I think and then we have, the strategy. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Strategy, all the communications, I think they're going to get him, and this is in the pot. If he's not restricted from running again, it's either imprisonment or, it's either incarceration, or restriction with this card. Those are the only two, unless you're doing a personal reading for yourself and you're trying to figure out your false beliefs. This could be like your own little self-created prison of false beliefs. But we have communications here, and we have, this is my subpoena card. And the distant horizon sometimes is about a person drinking and doing a lot of drugs, or one or the other. And sometimes it has to do with a foreign connection. So maybe it's that he has a subpoena and he really just wants to escape. So that looks like the future coming up for him. Wow, what a process getting there. Yikes. Okay, we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. We don't have cards in here for like flipping. Do we? I mean, what would it be? I guess it would have to just be the communication card. No, I'd have to use a different deck to get to like the flipping place. I don't know that there's anything like that in this. Maybe this one, deception. Yeah, nah. Louie. Okay. Well, that's it, you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful week and moving into a good weekend. Okay, take good care. Bye.